Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to go through the parabola portion of our conic section chapter. So for this lesson you'll be able to apply all the conic information to parabola curves. So the good news is we already know a lot about them. We're going to talk about opening direction in the foci of this and a new thing which is called the directrix of a parabola, as well as be able to talk about all these shifts and transformations. So as we've talked before, these all have very specific definitions. So a parabola actually has a even more specific definition where it's the set of all points in a plane in which it is equidistant from the foci, which is only really one, so it really should be a focus, and the directrix. So the directrix is this line that is perpendicular to one of the two axes. And so if I take any point from the focus to the parabola and that same point, these would be equal. So I can have one point over here, and then perpendicular, these lengths would be equal. And if I just go horizontally and vertically, those lengths would be equal. So that's actually how we form these parabolic arcs. So the first real important thing that you want to know is that the center of your parabola is equidistant from your focus and your directrix. And we're going to use that quite a lot to get a lot of the work done. So there's two forms. If we have one that's in the form y equals x squared, it either opens up, or if it's negative, it would open down. And then we have sort of a new one where it's x equals y squared. This really shouldn't be too surprising that it opens right, and if it was x equals negative y squared, then it would open left. So the idea is if the signs are the same, it opens up or right. If the signs are different, it opens down or left. So here are our expanded forms. Now this 4p is going to be a very important thing because p is the distance between center and focus / directrix. So that's going to be very important for us to find. Okay. Our center is still HK. Now notice how my H and K have swapped positions based on the placement, but H is still going to be with my X and K is still going to be my Y. So as long as you remember X and Y. And the only actually different, so this expanded form is the only different one. Notice how it's missing something. So one equation has x squared and y squared, but it's either missing a y squared or an x squared. So those don't exist in all of these forms. So your foci, these are some really generic equations. I don't love using them. I know some people really prefer a written one, but this has so many different variants depending on where's the center, how does it open, so on and so forth. So this is ways that you can find them, but it's much easier if we just kind of manually think about where they have to be placed. Okay, so let's do a problem. So we have y squared equals 12x, and I know it's going to sound very inconvenient, but we actually want to keep the singular variable with the coefficient. So my center here, my vertex is 0, 0. Since it's 12 in front of x, it's going to be 4p equals 12, so that means p equals 3. This is pretty much everything I need to know for my graph now, because what this means is since it's a positive y squared, the parabola is going to open to the right, which means my foci is going to be going to the right. So I'm going to take my vertex, I'm going to add 3, and again, the reason I'm choosing 3 is because that's the value for p. So I'm going to find 3. Here is my foci, or my focus. Here is my center. And so that's really enough to sketch my parabola. The last thing is I want the directrix. So the directrix is the opposite direction. So from the center, I go backwards the opposite direction of the foci. So my directrix is at -3. Now the thing is, it's a line. So if I was to draw a line going this way, remember this is a horizontal line, so that's an x equals equation. And that's really it. So there's not a lot of solving that you're going to use for this. It's a matter of putting it in the right form and finding your distances on both sides. Okay, so let's go and build an equation. So let's say the foci is at 5 and the directrix is at -5. So with that, if the foci is here and the directrix is here, it should make a lot of sense that the parabola would have to open to the right. Because do you see how it would be in the middle of the directrix and the focus? And because of that, we can think about what would be in the middle of 5 and -5. Well, that would be 0, 0, so that's my center. And so that's almost everything I need. So I now have the equation y squared equals x. Oops. But I need to figure out what this 4p value is going to be. It has to be the distance in between the center and the focus. So remember, now that we know the center is 0, 0, and the focus is 5, 0, their distance is 5. So that means the p value is 5, which means the equation would use 20, because 20 is 4 times p. So just knowing the vertex is no longer good, because you also need to consider how it opens. For example, if I knew the foci was at 5, 0, but it opened up, well, now my equation would be an x squared equals y equation, and I'd have to figure out the value that would go in front of y. So you have to kind of consider a few different components. What I always recommend is sketching it, and once you realize that your foci and your directrix force the center to be in the middle, just try to imagine what that shape would be, and now you kind of are on your way to saying, this is a opening up parabola, so that's x squared equals y. So here we have y equals -x squared. So let's first start off by identifying the direction of opening. It has to be down because x squared, and it's a negative. My center, there's nothing happening with x and y, so that's 0, 0. So now that I have the center, all I need to figure out is where would my foci be. So if I look at the equation, y equals negative. Now, I'm going to rewrite this, 1/8 x squared. Remember what I said, that the 4p is in front of the singular variable, x or y. It's not in front of the squared variable. So I actually don't want the negative 1/8 here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by -8. -8y equals x squared. And so my foci would be this distance away divided by 4. So my foci distance would be 2. Now the question becomes, where does it have to go? Well, again, if it's opening down, it's going to go 2 down. So my foci is going to be at 0, -2. So that's my foci. Again, I can graph my parabola this way. And then my directrix is going to be on the opposite. So it's going to be at +2. Now again, since this line would now be going horizontally, it would be y equals +2. Okay, so we have another equation. Now this one's pretty straightforward. Our vertex is at 3, -1. Since x squared is since x is the squared variable, that means it either opens up or down. So the question is, you want to determine, well, since in front of y is positive and in front of x is positive, since they have both the same sign, that means it's going to open up. So what that means is I have to figure out what is my distance. So again, look at the value in front of the non-squared variable. That's my 4p. So p in this case would have to be 2. So from my vertex 3, -1 right here, I need to go up 2 to find my foci. That's my center. So if I add 2 to my center, I get the coordinate 3, 1. There's my parabola. And for my directrix, I just have to go 2 down. Now again, 2 down would take me at -3 on the y-axis. Okay, so that's everything we really need to be able to do with these shapes. Now, of course, we're going to do a quick example of what happens when it's in expanded form. Okay, so again, one thing that we can identify automatically is what type of direction. Since this is the y squared variable, that means it's either going to be left or right. So I'm going to do what I normally do, but here's the only difference. Normally I get the x squareds and the y squareds all on the same side. I actually want to get just the y and the variables on the same side, because this is the only variable I can complete the square with. The non-complete the square variables are going to go over here. So I'm going to complete my square. Divide 2 by 2, squared, I get plus 1 here, as well as plus 1 here. So my new equation, when factored, will look like this. Y plus 1 squared equals negative 12x plus 24. Now for this right-hand side, I can, in fact, take out my GCF of negative 12. And with that, I can now identify the vertex as 2, negative 1. My foci, again, I have to look at this value here. It's 4p. So that means p would be a value of 3. Now again, it's negative. So let's consider which direction this graph is going to have to open. It has to be to the negative direction. So it's going to open to the left. So what that means is if my vertex is at 2, negative 1, that means I have to go back by 3. So I'm going to take my x-coordinate, I'm going to subtract 3 from it, and I get negative 1 is where my focus should be. And then that would be enough to sketch a parabola. And then to go to my directrix, I have to go 3 forward. So from 2, I have to go forward 3. So that would be x equals 5 in this case. Okay, I hope that was helpful for all these features of parabolas. Feel free to rewatch this again and come and ask questions. Thanks, I'll see you in the next one.